friends, welcome back to 60 and Unemployed. My name is Karen and I'm currently 60 years old and I am currently unemployed, and this is my channel where I'm documenting my journey through this new phase in my life. So if you've been following my journey, you know that I'm in a period of transition right now. Unemployed at 60, figuring out what's next and learning how to do things, how to make sure that I feel like I have a meaningful life. So today I want to talk about something that has become more important than ever before, and that's community. And that's what I want to focus this week's Thursday Thought, or my weekly reflection, on. Once you step back from the workplace, or your kids have grown if you have children, or your daily routine has changed, something different has changed, it can suddenly feel like your world has got an awful lot smaller and an awful lot different. And if you've never felt that quiet kind of loneliness, the kind that creeps in even when you're keeping busy, this video is for you. So when I was younger, community sort of came built in with everything. I had coworkers, I had neighbors to chat with, I saw different people at different social events I was involved with. But over time, these different kind of natural connections start to fade and start to shift and change. And particularly when you leave a job, you lose more than just your income. You lose those casual conversations that just occurred every day on a regular basis. You miss out on and lose those shared goals. You lose that sense of belonging, or you can lose that sense of belonging. Over time, you also find that friends move, people get busy, and before you even realize it, days can go by where you don't really talk to anyone who understands what you're going through. You might have your spouse at home with you, but they're typically always there to share with you. You don't have that extra sounding board other than your spouse, who hopefully is there to support you all the time. Yes, there is social media, but scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Instagram, those type of things, they're just not quite the same as connecting one-on-one with someone. You can have hundreds of online friends, but you can still feel alone. So it's not just about being around people, it's about feeling seen and feeling valued again. And that's where community really comes in. And what I've thought of and been thinking about this last little while. So I think community becomes even more important after 60 because it gives us what work and family once did. It gives us purpose, gives us connection, and it gives us growth. So when we share our time with other people, we're reminded that our stories still matter, that we're not done contributing to life and this shared experience that we have with other people. Community helps us stay healthy, mentally and emotionally. It gets us out of our own heads and reminds us that we're part of something larger. It's very easy to get kind of isolated and just kind of stuck in your own head and just sitting there noodling things around in your head. Community helps you get out of your head. And I also think that belonging to some type of community, it helps you learn and continue learning, whether it's volunteering, whether it's joining a local community or group, or simply chatting with new people. Community brings energy back into our days, and that's something important. So when I first became unemployed, I didn't realize how much I'd miss all those small interactions. People who used to ask, how's your day going? What did you think about this? Or what did you think about that? Myself personally, I find that I miss those casual interactions with other faculty members, with staff, just bumping into somebody in the hallway and just stopping chatting. It's like, hey, how you doing? What's new? And that kind of thing. Chatting with students, seeing what's new with them, what's going on in their lives, just having that community. And I'm finding I really miss that. And I've had to start rebuilding that sense of belonging kind of from scratch. And that's when it really kind of hit me that community doesn't just happen. We have to work at creating it. It just doesn't drop into our lap. So how do we do that? How do we find connection again when a lot of things in our lives have shifted and changed? So some of the things that have been helping me is starting local, looking around, spending time at the library, participating in community events. Anything going around, like I live in a small town, so anything going on in our town, participate in that, get involved with that. Being involved with the church is something also that's very important. You have the opportunity to be involved in different programs at the church you're going to. Volunteer groups is another area where you can meet people and meet other people, and you can meet people that have a common interest with you. A second thing you can do is use technology intentionally. I know it's very easy to get lost online. It's so easy to just go down a rabbit trail does nothing for you. But there are a lot of great spaces out there. Different Facebook groups, different things along that line, different things on Instagram, other things like that. Being involved in channels like this one. I've met so many supportive people through online communities that are focused on life after 50 or 60. I've made a point of following different forum groups, different Facebook groups, different YouTube channels where I will comment on other people's videos. I will comment on what other people are joining in on conversations that are going on within a particular channel that focuses on people in this kind of stage of life. A third thing you can do is connect through purpose. Offer your own experience, mentor somebody, help a neighbor, share your story. This is part of what I'm hoping I can do with my channel and with the community I'm hoping to build here, is sharing my story, sharing my experience, what I'm going through, what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing. Sometimes giving back is the best way to build up some kind of meaningful bond with others. And a final thing we can do is just start small. Just have one phone call. I reconnected with an old friend of mine earlier this morning. We got on the phone and we yacked for like an hour and 15 minutes. But just that one phone call. Going out for lunch with somebody. A kind comment. All these kinds of things can lead to a real connection. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be planned. You just have to start. Sometimes starting is the trickier part, especially if you're a little bit more on the introverted side, like me. But you just have to start. Get out of your head, get out of your own self, and just get started. So what I've really learned, especially kind of reflecting on and thinking about this past week, what I've learned is that community reminds us that we still belong. Even if we're not working full time, even when life looks different than what we imagined, we still belong. It's easy to think that we have to figure everything out by ourselves, but the truth is we're never meant to. We were never designed or meant to figure this out all by ourselves. At 60 and beyond, what we need most is not more time or more money. That can help. But what's really what we need the most is connection. It's the warmth of knowing we matter to somebody and that they matter to us. And that really hit home with me this morning chatting with a friend of mine from the past. It was just nice that knowing that she really matters to me and I matter to her. So if you're at this stage in life, you're rebuilding, just remember your next community might just start by just saying hi to somebody, smiling at somebody you pass on the street when you're out for a walk or when you go out for a coffee. Just smile at someone and say hello. Who knows? It could be the beginning of a whole new thing. And if you have found ways to stay connected, either online, in person, both of those, share them in the comments below, because I'd love to hear your story. And I'm sure other people that are reading would love to hear your story as well and share what they're going through. Kind of build a bit of a community right here with us. So if you're new here, please subscribe. Join me as I keep exploring life after 60, being unemployed, side hustles, all these different lessons that I'm going through along the way, and just become part of this community. I truly appreciate each and every one of you that takes the time to sit down with me for 5, 10, 15 minutes when I post a video, commenting below, share my video, just participate and join in. So thank you so much for being here. I truly do appreciate it. And thank you for being part of my growing community. It's slow, we're slowly growing, but that's fine. But I thank you so much for being part of that. And it's one of the ways I hope to get more involvement with community, is to build something here where we can share our experiences and cheer each other on, help each other through this phase of life. So thank you again so much, and I will see you again next week. Bye.